What's up guys, Giselle here and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I'm sure you guys have noticed there's a little bit of a change in scenery behind me, as you can see, and that is because they are currently painting my room. So it is a gigantic mess in there. And it smells like paint, so I'll probably get high off the smell of paint. So I'm currently sleeping in my sister's room for the time being, and it is Wednesday, so I have to upload, so I decided to film my new video in here. So yeah, now that you're all caught up, I'm sure you saw the title of the video. Today we are doing a Q&A, but not just any Q&A, we are doing spilling the coffee with me. You know how people say, I'm gonna spill the tea, right? I don't drink tea, so we're gonna say coffee. So I asked you guys to send me a bunch of questions off my Twitter and off my Instagram. So I got a whole bunch of questions that I'm gonna answer. They're all awkward, weird, random questions, but I'm super excited to answer them. I didn't really look at them, I just screenshotted them and typed it out on my notes. So I don't really know what I'm going to say for all the questions, but I'm going to try my best. So let's get right into the video. Also, before I start, I'd just like to mention that all of these questions will be anonymous. I do know who sent them in, but I'm not going to tell you guys who sent them in because I don't want to give out people's personal information without their permission. Does that make sense? So I have a total of 22 questions with me today, and we are going to answer them. So the first question is very random. I don't even know how I'm going to answer it. This question is, why is the sky blue? I really don't know. Next question, and I've been asked this quite a lot ever since I released my first video. This question is, why was I not mentioned as one of your friends on your intro video? And I have a perfectly good explanation for this, and that is because I have way too many friends to list them on that video. I have so many friends that I would have sat there for hours naming all my friends to you. But as requested, this is Russell. He is one of my friends. He's pretty cool. I call him Picky Pickle because he is very picky. And I have known Russell for quite a while, but we have only started speaking a couple months ago. So this is Russell. Okay, next question. And I also get asked this question a lot. I don't know why. But this question asks, how did you and Tristan meet? Okay, so I did mention in my first video my best friend, whose name is Tristan. This is what he looks like. And I have known Tristan for about a year and a half. And it's crazy because people think we've known each other for so much longer because we're so close and we just know each other that well. But I actually met Tristan through friends. My friends Danny and Dom, they wanted to have a movie night with Tristan and Tristan's best friend Matthew. This is what Matthew looks like. And Matthew didn't end up coming, I don't know why. And they were struggling to find a place to have the movie night. So I was like, okay, we can have it at my house. Like, mind you, I don't even know these guys, okay? And I'm inviting them to my house. And obviously Matthew didn't end up coming, and I opened the door to see Tristan wearing sweatpants, a hoodie and slippers. The first time I'm meeting him, and he's like, what's up, I'm Tristan. Like, ever since then we've literally been best friends and inseparable, and we just, the minute we met, we just got along instantly. Next question, your most embarrassing moment. I was in my grade 8 year, and I went to like this aftercare for my first year of high school, and because we were in high school, we kind of had like a privilege, so like we got to sit in like the clubhouse area. And the one day this car pulls up and I'm sitting in the clubhouse with my friends, and I see this boy sitting in front, and he's a Pearson boy. I went to Pearson, and there's a lot of people in Pearson, like over 1,000 kids, and I looked at this boy and I was like, you're in my grade, like I know who you are. So I walked up to that car with confidence. I'm in my Pearson uniform, and I start waving at him, and he starts waving, and he rolls down his window, and the minute I get to the window, I look at him and I was like, oh, it is you. And then I just walk away without letting him say a thing to me. This guy knows who he is, I'm not going to mention your name, but that was probably the most embarrassing moment I've ever had, like, that I can remember. But next question. I think this is quite a funny question, but it's so true, like, we need to know. Why is there no braai emoji? Come on guys, we need one. Why can there be a sushi emoji but not a braai emoji? I mean, come on, we need that. South Africans, we need to protest together for a braai emoji. Next question is, what is your weirdest habit or talent? My weirdest habit is probably like a crazy OCDness. Like, I just keep everything neat and clean. And talent, I know this sounds really weird, but I'm really good at making coffees, obviously, because I drink way too much. Next question. Weirdest gift you've ever given or received? Okay, I haven't really received any weird gifts, like they're all really sweet and sentimental, so, but I've given quite a weird gift to my friend Jean for her birthday last year. I got her like this basket and I made her like cards with Vine quotes on them, and then I got her condoms and an avocado, because you know, like the Vine, I'll put it right here. Yeah, that Vine of the kid. And I got her like sweets, but on the sweets I put like little puns on them. So that's probably the weirdest gift I've ever given. I haven't really received like any weird gifts, so yeah. Oh, by the way, this is my cat Chuck. Yeah, he's with us today. And next question, fear or pet peeve? Okay, I don't really, like, I have fears, but I have way too many to even list. Okay, I have about 3 pet peeves that really bother me. Okay, so the first one is, you know, like when you have tomato sauce or ketchup or whatever and you squeeze it out, but then some of it gets like on the rim of the jar or like the squeezy thing, and then if people don't clean it, it gets all hard, and I hate that. So that's one thing I don't like. A second pet peeve, probably, oh, when people brush their teeth and they don't clean the sink afterwards. That disgusts me. And the third thing, if people leave stuff like lying around. So like if you would leave your socks on the floor or like your pants on the floor, I'm like, what are you doing? Pick it up. Yeah, that's probably my 3 pet peeves. Sorry to bother guys, but throughout this video my cat is licking himself, so I apologize in advance. Next question, what is your favorite vegetable? I have 2 favorite vegetables. My first one is green beans. I don't know why, I just really like them. And my second one is peas, because whenever I would visit my gran when I was younger, she'd always make like this proper like Afrikaans lunch and stuff, and she'd always make peas with it. So whenever I eat peas I like think of my gran and stuff. So my mom kind of makes like this thing for me because it's my 2 favorite vegetables. Green beans, peas and feta cheese, and she like puts it together and it is the best thing you will ever eat. Next question, I love this question, like I can relate to it so much. The next question asks, have you ever been really hungry at someone's house and felt too awkward to ask for food? Yes, so many times, like I have lost count. And it's like you'd sit there and you'd be so hungry and then they ask you, are you hungry? And like deep down you know you're hungry, but you're like, no. Like, why? I swear I'm not the only person that does that. Like, next question is super random, but I mean, it asks, what's your shoe size? And I'm a size 5 or 6 depending on the type of shoe, because I have fat feet. So next question, what do you look for in a guy? And people legit always ask me this, but I never know what to say. Like, I know what kind of guy I want to date, but I don't know like what I look for in a guy, if you know what I mean. Okay, so he has to be funny, like hands down, he's got to be funny. He has to have a really nice personality, like he's not like afraid to say something, like he doesn't have a filter, like that kind of personality. And I want someone who can like stand up for me and be there for me, but I also want someone who will stand up for what's right. So if I'm wrong, they're gonna be like, listen, you're wrong, if you know what I mean. And I also want like an affectionate boyfriend, so like one that gives me hugs and kisses and cuddles and stuff, because I'm an affectionate person, so I need love. Next question is, do aliens exist, and if not, why have I seen one? Okay, so the person who sent this in, I did not expect anything less from you. This is such a question you would ask, like I'm not even shocked. I like to not be biased about things, and I like to be in the middle with my answers, so I'm gonna say that there's so much that we don't know about. Like we all we know about is our earth and what goes on this earth. We don't know what happens outside of this earth. Like, so much more could be out there that we don't know about. So, you know, there could be aliens, there could not be. It's a bit far-fetched, but I don't know. So yeah, if you've seen one, good for you. Next question, when was your first time? But in brackets they said like doing something for the first time. There's so many things that I've done for the first time, but I think the thing that was the biggest highlight in my life was going out for the first time, like going and jawling and stuff. If you're not from South Africa and you don't know what jawling means, it basically means going out and drinking. And I probably delayed that for the longest time because I never kind of wanted to get to that phase of my life. Because everyone here starts going out when they're like in grade 9 or 10. And that wasn't me. I only started in my matric year because I was putting it off for so long. Because I didn't want to get sick of it, if that kind of makes sense. So the first time I went out was last year, May. And I hated it. I hated it with a passion, and I only started liking it about the third or the fourth time that I started going out. Next question, and this one's a bit awkward, but your first kiss story. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this story very anonymous. Like, I'm gonna give them different names. Okay, so we were at my friend's party. His name was Brendan. Let's just say his name's Brendan, okay? And now everyone at Brendan's party has someone to smooch. And I mean, I've never smooched someone. So now I'm at this party and everyone has someone to smooch. And the only people that don't is me and this guy named Josh. Let's just say his name's Josh. And I see this Josh guy, but Josh isn't my type. And I don't know Josh. And I mean, your first kiss is supposed to be like hella special. Mine wasn't, guys. It was like so cringe and so bad. I don't even remember it that well because it happened so quickly. So now I see Josh. And now Josh is walking into a dark place in my friend Brendan's garden. So I go follow Josh. So now's my chance to go and make my move on Josh. Little did I know that later he was actually going to pee. Anyways, so now I'm following Josh, and then like one thing leads to another, and then we smooch, and it happened very quickly, and I thought it was disgusting because it was my first time and Josh was drunk. So next question comes from my twin, and he asks, who's sexier, you or your twin? And we've been arguing about this for like a week now. Like, I always used to say to him, oh, like, you got the looks because we're like twins. But he genuinely is more good looking than I am. Like, I'm dead honest. Like, look at this beautiful human. I think when I look at guys and stuff like that, if I get to know them and I know their personality and I see they have a really good personality, I tend to think that they're more good looking, if that makes sense. So my twin has an amazing personality, and I've known him for about 1.5 years, and I just think his personality is amazing, which makes him look even better. And proof that he's better looking is that he has a girlfriend. So there's that too, and I'm still single. But you know, I'm really not complaining. Like, life's great. Next question, what is the weirdest dream you've ever had? Dead honest, can't remember. I think I had one a couple of years ago that was quite weird, of this one friend of mine. His name's John. If you're watching this, what's up? He doesn't know about this, but I had a dream about you walking around with like a beach house in your hands, like walking everywhere, and the beach house said beach time on it, and you were legit just walking everywhere with this beach house in your hand. And I was like, what are you doing? So that's probably one of the weirdest dreams I've had. So yeah. Next question, and it makes me really angry. If you do this, then there's something wrong with you. Milk before or after the cereal? I just want to straight up say now, if you put the milk first and then the cereal, you need to go see a doctor, love, because there's something wrong with you. Obviously, I put the cereal first and then the milk. Next question, and I love this question. This comes from my friend Jean. My friend Jean and Sophie sent majority of these questions in, so thanks, guys. She asks, road work ahead? I sure hope it does. Next question asks, when are you making a video with the Thieves? And in my first video, I did mention a group of people called the Thieves. They are my closest friends, and they are my support system, and I love them with all my heart, and they're all an individual in my eyes. Like, they all have made an impact in my life in different ways. And because they have such an impact on my life, I am planning on making a separate video with my TFs so I can introduce them all to you, because they play an important factor in my life, so they will play an important factor in my channel. Next question asks, what is your favorite series at the moment? At the moment I'm busy watching Sex Education. I know that sounds weird, but it is so good. Like, I'm hooked. It is such a good series. Of course it does have some inappropriate scenes and stuff like that, but it kind of like opens your eyes, if that kind of makes sense. It's quite relatable for teenagers, so if you're a teenager, go check it out. And the last question for today asks, what is your favorite artist at the moment? And I love all genres of music. Like, I'm busy trying out different genres of music and stuff like that, and an artist I'm quite obsessed with at the moment is Declan McKenna. Like, he is so good. His music has like meaning to it, and it's like, it soothes me, if that makes sense. Like, he has genuinely good music, so I'm quite obsessed with his music at the moment. And I'm also listening to like Foster the People. They're quite good. I downloaded their new album the other day, so I'm listening to that, and just like everything else. Like, I literally love all types of music. Those were my 22 questions that are answered. Thank you to everyone who sent questions in. I really appreciate it, and the amount of love and support you've all been giving me throughout this channel and my YouTube career starting has been amazing. I appreciate every message that's been sent to me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support. It's so amazing to be like filming videos and know that people are actually watching you. So thank you for that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, because I would really appreciate it. And click that bell button so that you know every time I upload a video, so you'll get a notification. But just in case you forgot, I'll be uploading every single Wednesday. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye! You got me jumping like